Let's read When Stravinsky Met Nijinsky, two artists, their ballet, and one extraordinary riot. When Stravinsky composed music all by himself, his piano trilled an orchestra with violins and flutes, trumpets and tubas, and kettle drums that lightly pom-de-dee-pommed with the ringling and tingling of cymbals and bells. But he dreamed of making something different and new. When Nijinsky composed dances all by himself, his torso floated, a swan, his legs leaped, a deer, and his feet, like a sparrow, tippy-tip-toed, while his arms curved and swerved like a snake. But he dreamed of making something different and new. Then Stravinsky met Nijinsky, and his music began to change. His piano pirouetted a puppet, his tuba leaped a loping bear, and his trumpet ta-ta'd a twirling ballerina. And when Nijinsky met Stravinsky, his dance began to change. His torso trumpeted a melody, his arms and legs sang from strings, and his feet began to pom-de-dee-pom like timpani. Stravinsky inspired Nijinsky. Nijinsky inspired Stravinsky. Together, they decided to dream of something different and new. Stravinsky said, "Nijinsky, let's remember our old home, Russia. Perhaps from the old will come something new. I'll play a deep forest where dancers can leap. They'll need night drums that rumble and fires that blaze." And Nijinsky said, "Yes, they will jump around in circles and their feet must be muddy. Can you make a mud sound?" And Stravinsky answered, "As long as it's loud." So they took Russian folk dances and Russian folk songs. They squared them and flattened them, twisted and cubed them, turning them into something different and new. At rehearsal, some of the dancers declared it a mess, and one or two musicians walked out. But enough of them stayed, and enough of them played, drumming their feet and beating their drums to rollicking chords and rhythms offbeat. And when it was ready, Stravinsky and Nijinsky brought their new show to town. The night began sweetly with a single bassoon. Louder, and then it grew louder, louder, louder. The dancers stomped and skipped and jumped. They're not dancing the way dancers should dance. The orchestra pounded and squeaked and blared. They're not making music the way orchestras should. Some people hated it. They were nettled by the new. They stood on their seats and shouted, "Boo, boo, boo." They threw hats and hairpins, gloves and boots. They pounded their fists and stamped their feet. And some people loved it. They were excited by the new. They stood on their seats and shouted, "Bravo, bravo, bravo." They threw hats and hairpins, gloves and boots. They pounded their fists and stamped their feet. The crowd poured into the street when the curtain went down, rioting and bellowing, buzzing and hurtling, wild with the night that brought something brand new. When Stravinsky met Nijinsky after the show, he said, "Nijinsky, what a ruckus we made tonight." And Nijinsky said, "What an uproar and what a delight. Will music and dance ever be the same?" Then they smiled and they laughed, and they both agreed something very different and new began this remarkable night. And then here's more information about the Stravinsky and Nijinsky. And the show that they're talking about was the Rite of Spring, Le Sacre de Printemps, that was first performed at the Theatre des Champs-Élysées on May 29th, 1913. And how much that changed things for the world of ballet and orchestra. And that was called When Stravinsky Met Nijinsky. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like more biographies, check out my biography playlist. A lot of interesting stories there. And subscribe. Come back often. We'll see you next time here on Stories with Grandma.